Hi, my name is Flash Gordon. My family name is Williamson, and my father's father's father came from the lowlands of Scotland. Therefore, I consider our family Scottish. Tomorrow's date is August 13th, 2002. Come tomorrow, it will be 2 years since Father passed away. Dad was sick with cancer, but we lost another important family member back in January of 1998. Till my final breath, I will be convinced that when Heather was killed, Dad was killed also at that time. Heather had been married for 10 years to a fellow that decided to take her life into his hands. And when that happened on January 3rd, 1998, Dad started dying. He had no will to live, so when the cancer took his body in 2000, it was just his way to transfer himself to the other side. And being with Dad the last 5 nights of his life, I'm convinced now that there is another side. It gives me peace to some degree to know that we'll all be together on the other side. So the reason for the documentary film is the fact that we are going to be having a benefit concert at the end of this month, which will be held in St. Petersburg, Florida. The concert will feature several groups, and we're going to be raising funds for CASA, which is an organization that helps domestic violence victims. There was no one really there in Connecticut, where my sister lived, to help her. She lived in a rural part of the state. By the time 911 answered the call, it was an hour and a half before they got to the house where Heather was killed. But the thought is that if other people can be affected by what happened and other people can be helped, then I've done a good thing. So the concert's called the Good Causes Benefit Concert. At this moment, which is Monday, August 12th, I am also hoping to involve hospice, because it was Michigan's hospice division that helped my father die with dignity, staying in his bed, in his home, till his final breath. I've yet to get approval from the special events coordinator with hospice, but we will soon try and reach her this Monday and see if maybe there's been a decision from the folks as to my being able to use their logo and finalize my promotion, because we're just talking 18 days from tomorrow is the benefit concert, and we want to be able to get the word out, so I don't want to delay any further. So that's the reason for this documentary film, is to remember the lives of my father and my sister, and to hopefully bring awareness to many people that might be in a position to where they feel threatened by a spouse, or folks that are in need of help because of the terrible disease that cancer is. So we will next try and phone Miss Allison Carmen with Hospice of the Suncoast here in Florida and see if maybe they have a decision for us today. Well, it's about 1 o'clock on Monday, and I can't wait for hospice any longer. So what I'm going to do is print the poster without them, take it to the printers, and if indeed they want to get involved, then they just won't be on the poster, or I'll do another run of posters. So I'm going to go ahead and print this, which will be my copy to make copies from. It's a nice professional glossy paper, so let's see what happens. We clicked OK. Sometimes big files like this crash the computer in this particular program. So we'll see what happens. It says it's printing. Well, we have a finished poster that I will now shrink down to a JPEG file.
Put it straight.
And I think it's pretty. We'll put it on a JPEG file to take it over to the printer to make me 100 of these to get them all around town. So, nice color. Alright, off to the printer. We're going to make this in quantity.
Please.
It's not a sex movie.
I was going to say, heck,
Don't be shy.
Well, in this particular
Shy.
documentary, that remains the appropriate.
Kind of documentary is it?
It's a documentary about the event, which is going to be taking place on August 31st. I showed you the poster on Friday. So it's a benefit concert for some good organizations.
So it's a video for.
The video is a documentary. We're going to make a movie out of the production, the whole shooting.
It's fun.
There's Scott.
It's Scott.
What do we got?
Well, see if it works. Yeah, I like the glossy.
Sometimes the glossy shows like little funny lines.
Yeah, the posters.
I
I think,
We're gonna do like one of them or something like that?
yes, 11 by 17.
Hmm.
Jiffy. Kind of like Flash.
Bump up the color a little bit more.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, wait and see one more.
40?
Yeah.
There it is.
All right.
100 more, eh?
Yeah. Susan, this is Flash calling. It's Monday, August 12th. If you get the message, please call me at my office sometime, 442-7953. I've got a big event that I am coordinating, and I want to see if possibly you can help me get the word out. It's for good causes. Your business card that I have from a while back talks about helping communicating and organizing and strategizing. So call me if you can, 442-7953. Thanks. Okay. No, it's not going to work. Is that readable? Got on the screen. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, August 13th. We are heading to the radio station in Tampa to make a on-air appearance. Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Smile.
Hi. Yes, I am.
This is Danny.
Danny, who's videotaping everything.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Come on.
We're making a documentary film.
Cool. Hey, Jen. Flash. And they're filming everything.
Yes,
so-
I've heard.
You want to go that way?
So, what's up? What's happening? What's skinny?
Well, today is the 2-year anniversary of my father passing. And I'm organizing a benefit concert at the end of the month with Hospice as one of the beneficiaries, and also CASA. The whole month of August is dedicated to the memory of Heather and Dad, and culminating with the concert on the 31st, which will be at Janice Landing and is going to be raising funds and awareness for both of those organizations.
Okay. You're going to be able to say that on the air then, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. And you want to follow up with one of your tunes?
Yeah,
Anyone in
absolutely.
particular?
I think Long Pine Box is the most appropriate.
All right.
And I'll tell you the story behind that. After Dad had passed, my brother had to go back to Chicago for business, and he left me with the mission of putting some of Heather's ashes in Dad's heart before he went into the kiln. And I'll tell you, that experience was very numbing and very amazing to be there at the crematorium and to have them open up that long pine box that we had purchased for him, and I put some of Heather's ashes in his hand that was placed on his heart before he went into the kiln, fulfilling my brother's wishes.
Okay.
And you know, we had done that with Heather's ashes. We had taken them to Lake Superior, where she went to school up at northern Michigan.
Right.
We had taken them tops of ski mountains because she was a world-class skier. We had taken her ashes into the Gulf of Mexico. We had taken her ashes out west because she lived in Utah and Oregon for a while. So it was a mission to put her ashes and spread her around places that meant something to her.
All right. Brand new Kelly Willis. Her new CD is called Easy, and that was If I Left You. And right before that, coming out of the news, James Keelhan, also from his newest one, Home, and that was Red Winged Blackbird. All right, let's see here. You're on 4. I am. It's my pleasure to have in the studio Flash Gordon, and this is the first time we've met. We talked on the phone.
It is true.
So, what's up, Flash?
Well, today is a significant day in my life and my family's life. It was 2 years ago today my father passed, and he died from cancer, and I have been inspired to do a benefit concert that'll be held August 31st down at Janus Landing to remember his life and to remember the important things that hospice was able to do for us as a family. This was the Michigan Division of Hospice, which is where I'm from, but the ability for Dad to die with dignity at home was a really wonderful service that's provided by this group, Hospice. And unfortunately, there's also another organization that I'll be doing this benefit concert for, and that is CASA. And CASA is, as many people know, a domestic violence shelter. And the reason for that is in 1998, my big sister Heather was killed by her husband of 10 years. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that that killed Dad as well. So I'm here trying to get the word out about the event, which will be on August 31st at Janus Landing. And the reason I've come to you, not just because of the significance of August 13th, but because the time you played one of my songs and said it reminded you of It's a Beautiful Day.
Yes.
So we'll think about the optimistic things to live for, and we'll think about the fact that, like you said, every day you're on the other side of the dirt, it's a beautiful day. So
It's true. It's true. So we're gonna hear one of yours. This is from your newest CD, Good?
it is called Good.
It's called Good.
That's what the benefit concert is called, the Good Causes Benefit Concert, because in the last 5 years, with my writing, much of it certainly has had the cloud of what our family has gone through in the last 5 years. So,
And who else is going to be with you on the
that will be 3 great bands, including ourselves. Mod, which is Jim Beckwith's trio, and Jim Beckwith is just a wonderful musician from this area. The last act will be Ghetto Love Sugar, whom are fabulous musicians, Philip Booth and the band, just incredible group. So it'll be a very WMNF style event with 3 eclectic bands.
Sounds good. That is Saturday, August 31st, and the doors open at 7 o'clock, right?
Correct.
Sounds good. All right, Flash. What are we going to hear?
This is a song called Long Pine Box, which is basically a story of my fulfilling my big brother's mission.
Okay, here we go.
From a long pine box into the fire, then a smaller box, blessed by the choir that will sing this song. Honor thy father, we'll all be together on the other side. Yes, we'll all be together on the other side. Yes, we'll all be as one again on the other side.
When hospice came for my father, I had been playing this over and over, and so this was the impetus for the band. When I went home in August of 2000, it was the first time in 23 years of going home that I was I was without a return flight. You know, I mean, I'd been to Michigan every holiday, and I'd been up in the summer times, and I went up there not knowing how long I was going to be there.
Right.
Because my brother insisted, you know, or not insisted, he suggested that I try and make it home because it was most likely that I would never see Dad again. So
Right.
it's a strange feeling, you know. I mean, I left there a week after graduating high school in 1977 and never thought of moving back to Michigan, although certainly when Dad was dying I felt guilty about not being there, you know, all these years. But I mean, he'd be the first one to tell me, hey, you know, I mean, we want you to live your life, you know, I want you to live your life. You don't want to be just here because, you know, your family's here. So,
Right. Right. So you like the area?
Here? Oh, I've been here 25 years now.
I
So,
guess you
know,
would then.
But I've had a wood business which became Club Moore. I don't know if you remember that, but
I don't remember the name.
yeah, I had a woodworking shop from 1982 till about 2 years ago, 2000 also. And in 1997, we opened up a club, live music club, called Club Moore, which for 4 years had some great M&F benefits, and we had some great concerts. I mean, you know, wonderful times like talking to Dave Mason and having a beer with him and telling him, you know, I started playing the flute when I was 14. It was 1973. And I said, everyone was, you know, pushing Jethro Tull and Jethro Tull. And I said, you know, Jethro Tull, great band. Ian Anderson, great flute player. But I told Dave this, I said, you know, when I first heard Traffic's first album, you know, Vagabond Virgin and 40,000 Headmen, and I heard that flute of Chris Woods, you know, and then I heard his saxophone stylings, and it was like, it's a whole different ballgame, you know, and it just really, I don't know, turned me on to, you know, other styles of flute playing. And then I had an English teacher in the 9th grade that also introduced me to jazz and players like Herbie Mann, who I got to meet at the club.
Oh, did you?
Which was so cool, you know, I mean, his beautiful Brazilian wife who saw a picture of me on the wall playing the flute, and she said, "You play the flute?" Well, not like your husband, but, you know, yes, I play the flute.
Right.
And, you know, so it was a fun 4 years, but it was sad. The city of Clearwater didn't support us in any way.
Really?
And in the end, they told us we had no longer had use of the empty parking lot in front of our building. And they kind of thought that people would park 3 blocks to come to a club in a city like Clearwater. Amazing.
So basically that put you out of business?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like the final straw, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, so when you've got put together a concert like this with Janice Landing, where did you find them? As
Well, you know, I thought of the venue because we had just done a show up in Dunedin that wasn't so focused on the significant dates or anything, but I thought about Janice because I was hoping, you know, to get a national act involved. And I started working on this about 2 months ago, thinking that, you know, the history with Club Moore would help us find a national act, and just was never able. We almost got Peter Rowan booked.
Oh, yeah?
Rob Douglas from Janice Landing called me back and he said, yeah, I think we're going to have Peter Rowan. And I said, that'd be perfect, compatible, you know, between my band, which is totally acoustic, and this is the last little, oh yeah, you got your, you know, I taught the Rebel about the negative countdown. That's not a organic product. You know, that's the thing that I'm proud about our band. You know, we're totally organic. This recording was done with no plugins, no Pro Tools, you know, plugins. We used Pro Tools to mix and master. TJ did a great job of that. But, you know, he is an excellent upright bass player, plays jazz. I mean, he's like working 6 nights a week, right?
Wow.
This guy, Hill Abrams, worked with Pierce Pettis, went to school with Pierce Pettis. He was on a 1970 Joan Baez album that I didn't know about. Glenn Smith was in Myriad for 7 years, folk group, and he and I became real good friends. He's an incredible guitar player and also harmonica player, and I hope we have added since a new guitar player and piano player so that Glenn can play a little more harmonica. Doug Williams is not the former quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bucks. But, he is a drummer apparently, but I've not let him bring the drum kit over yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all percussion. Congas, you know, I always liked the stuff Nick Drake did with the conga drums, and even though Pentangle was one of the driving forces, which is why I wanted that jazz bass in there, Fairport was also. And I just like that subdued you know, non-drumming, no electric instruments type sound.
Prem Joshua is local?
Prem Joshua was born in Germany.
Yeah.
He was a flute prodigy that in 1970-something heard the concert for Bangladesh and trekked from Germany to India to learn how to play the sitar.
No kidding.
And he was in tour. M&F did a show with
I
him
remember
at the
him.
Palladium.
Yeah.
He lives now in Tuscany, Italy.
Oh, okay. So how'd you grab it?
I asked him if he wanted to come over, and he came over. He listened to the track. He said, I love the track, but I'd love to hear Manish play tablas on it. And I'm like, God, what more could I ask for? Manish brought his tablas in, did it in one track. It was so cool. And then Josh had something that he could flow with, you know, a groove that he could get into. So he came through, and then he did the sitar on it, and it was just like, how magical. It's a really cool song. Play it later if you haven't heard it yet. I mean, Cam played it one morning, and I was really stoked because that last little sitar note that hangs on is so awesome. I mean, it's really spiritual.
Well, Flash.
Mr. Jeff.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me. Thanks to WMNF for being here very much. I mean, it is definitely the best radio station on the planet Earth, without a doubt.
That's what it's all about here.
Was that Cam Dilley's quote, I think?
Best little radio station on planet Earth? Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
we'll give it to Cam.
There we go. We got the NPR news coming up here in mere seconds, and I'll see you all on the other side. Meanwhile.
My sky has darkened. I've count my lucky stars. I may be alone tonight, but I'm not going far. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone under the light. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone tonight. We are not together, but we are never apart. You may not be in my company, but you're surely in my heart. You go out and have some fun, I will do the same. Our love is very serious, but to some love is just a game. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone under the light. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone tonight. I can stand alone tonight. You got to trust me, girl, like I trust you, girl. That's the only way it should be. When you trust me, girl, and I trust you, girl, you can be you, and I can be me. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone under the light. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone tonight. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone under the light. I can stand alone under the street light. I can stand alone tonight. I can stand alone tonight.
You think?
should play the broken chords though. Just,
Well, whatever.
you know, I don't know how 50s sounding you want it to feel.
It's
You know,
gotta, it's gotta,
is it too much? Too much though?
No.
Is that too much? I didn't know. I was,
Just
didn't know
It
how
gives
you want
him
it to
some
feel.
freedom to, because you know he's playing a whole different ball. Whole different
Are you?
songs.
how about the
That's what I was trying to avoid. That feel, you know.
Was that before you bought the glasses?
I got the highest throttle back, so maybe I should.
What you were singing?
That does a little bit. I should
Nothing you
probably.
can. No.
His son Ian wrote that song.
Come again?
His son Ian wrote that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I love the keyboard is.
Welcome.
I didn't see you sitting here when I
Now,
came in, and I was like,
every
all of a sudden, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do first and
That's kind of like
third,
you came
second
trying
and
to cover
fourth.
the bass, now I can get a real idea what it is. I was trying to go left hand
Definitely, we
bass.
gotta remember now,
I'm still trying to
especially,
figure out
less
how to
is
do that.
more.
So just don't count on me too
I only play the full fills here.
Sound good on the record.
Well,
especially the piano.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Everybody's gonna pull back more because.
Yeah.
Make it more special.
Just gotta make it space.
Welcome to our adventure. down in the planning box.
Unfortunately, there will not be any unscheduled trips to Planet Mongo tonight.
You never know.
What?
I've heard of that.
That's where Flash Crash landed in.
Should have had the video.
The last time we played, Flash goes, now we're going to go to Planet Mondo. And Hill goes, what the hell song is that? And Flash goes, Glenn's going to make it up as right now.
It was a great way to introduce the band, I tell you. It turned out.
And there's Jim answering the door. Is it Jim? I can't see through my little viewfinder. Yeah, it looks like Jim.
Evil cousin Jim.
All right, well here we are at Jim's studio, and we're gonna go in and get the ball rolling on promotion on Tampa side.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, here's the poster. One for you.
All right.
Well, not just one. Let's think about how many we can. I mean, you guys, if you can cover the Tampa side. Rob Douglas is going to help me with St. Pete. My old girlfriend's going to help me with St. Pete. I've got another gal that's going to help me with St. Pete, who is a business card that talks about connections and promotions. And I know that I met her at a Weekly Planet party, so I'm hoping that the Planet's going to help us. They're our official media sponsor. I'm working on the ad with them right now, so we're going to have ads, quarter-page ads next week, quarter-page ads the week of the event. So.
Is that like a trade-out thing? They give you the ads and you give them banner space or something?
Basically what they've done is they've upped the size. What did I do with the box of flyers?
That's right.
Oh, those are flyers. And Hospice, of course, didn't call me till yesterday to give me approval to use their logo, so it's on the flyer, but it's not on the poster.
Ah, damn it.
But nonetheless, you know, I kept calling them and calling them.
A benefit for them that you have to ask them, you have to like get the official.
Yeah, you know, basically they wanted to hear the music, so I got them a CD. They wanted to, you know, talk to all of the different people involved in the organization, and then basically she calls me yesterday. I mean, and I swear, I'd already printed the posters because I didn't want to run short on time for that.
Right. Yeah.
I had the flyers at Office Depot to get run off.
Waiting
because their machine broke down. Right? And so in the meantime, she calls me from Hospice, said she just needs a signature. So I called Office Depot. They didn't run them yet. So I at least got a new piece of artwork to Office Depot so that they could get the logo on there. So anyway.
So I was lucky to walk into the Ovo Cafe today and see friends Guy and Lindsay. And not only are they going to help us with promotion of the event, they bought a couple CDs, so this is just an incredible stop. Then we got to ask for the manager to find out if we can put up a poster here at the Ovo.
Hopefully.
All right. Want to say anything?
We'll see you at the show.
All right. Thanks.
Here comes everybody.
Yes, you do have a marker. No ticket, right? No ticket.
That's all. Here's one out.
Hi, how are you?
Can I tell you gals about a great event that's coming up at the end of the month? We are doing a benefit concert at Janice Landing just down the street. 3 wonderful bands that will be performing, and proceeds from the door and the CD sales are going to benefit Hospice and CASA. 2 very worthy organizations.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they've been involved in my life in the last 4.5 years. I lost my big sister to the hands of the person that she married, which is not a pleasant thing. And in my mind, that's what killed my dad, because when he died 2 years later of cancer, I'm so thankful for Hospice being there to let him die with dignity. And what 2 great organizations. So if you know folks that like music, my band plays right in the middle. We're very good. We're all acoustic, kind of a jazz, folk, rock type thing.
Flash Gordon.
That's me.
All
Flash.
right. Are you
Love
Gordon?
it. I am. But they call me Flash.
Flash. Well, we're flashing too.
Flash. And you'll be part of my documentary if you don't mind, because I make a documentary on the event itself. So tell everyone you know it's for a good cause. It's going to be very good.
It certainly is a good cause.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
So
So I've been out on the road covering St. Pete. Just came from the St. Pete Yacht Club. They even want to hire us, play a gig. And here I am driving down the road, and who do I see? Bill and Ted. It's Bill and Ted. They'll be part of the documentary. Ted was sitting on the 3 posters that I gave him for the last 10 days, those 3 posters. So I'm going to take them from his hand and I'll put them up myself. All right, we're walking into the Globe with the proprietor, the lovely and beautiful Miss Jo Ellen Schilke. And she is working away. So, here's a poster for Jo Ellen.
Thank you.
She's put up in the window, I hope. Here are a few flyers.
I put the flyers in the window because they're smaller than the poster in poster window.
Okay. So the board meeting's over, and on the 31st, we have a great concert that you should attend. And this documentary is dedicated to the good causes that we are promoting and going to be executing on August 31st.
They're going to be executing
Reaction
the
shot.
causes.
That's right.
You're executing them? Why? If you're trying to promote them, are you going to kill them?
Well, no, not kill them. Just, you know, kind of like make them happen.
Oh, Lordy, I hope
We can make it happen. So hopefully you'll be there and tell everyone you know.
Right on, lover.
All right.
Hey, Flash, how you doing?
Hi, Carla. Oh, it's money
How's
time.
it going? Yes.
Oh, money time.
Discount though.
Okay,
Just
good.
we have some changes here on your ad from last week.
Cool.
What do you think?
I think prominence moved, right? Okay, so you want to enlarge that. Yes. That would be moved up and room for possibly bigger. Whose bell is that?
Crazy ringer.
This we want in white, yes. Excellent. Think we got it?
Okay.
Hopefully we'll have a nice prominent location. And bring a couple of hundred more people to the show.
We're excited.
All right, here's the money. Let's show them signing it over. There you go.
All right.
And I approve. Should I sign somewhere? No, I signed the check. That's enough, right?
All right, very good.
Cool.
Thank you. Looking
Thank you.
forward to it.
You'll be part of our movie.
Absolutely.
Here we are. Hey, barbecue. La Maestro.
Morning, Doug.
Anything else in there? Nope. Okay. Say hi.
Morning.
Glenn rules.
Thursday, August 29th, 2002.
Start date.
Just the facts, man. Just the facts. There's no saxophone in this case. It's headphones.
Oops.
Turn off the cell phone for an hour and a half. No work.
Say hello.
Got a Canon camera. Oh, not Canon.
It's that time once again. Oh, home sweet home. This is where the magic starts. Live radio. Troops are marching in. I can't believe this camera, it really adjusts great. Can't believe how great this camera adjusts in the light. Unreal. Oh no, we need him.
Let me go find the key box and
I want to sacrifice the cameraman. Come on.
You can do that if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on you for the whole show.
Pettis, I've never even seen him. Okay. So that's when you said Pierce Pettis, I knew it wasn't me. Okay. He's a great guy. I've never met him.
picks up from right there, not there. You're gonna be right. You're gonna be right here.
Okay, we're good.
Hey,
Hey,
bring in
Dad.
your stand and put it right there in front of Flash. You guys can have intimate eye contact or something.
We'll go for something.
Something like that.
With an anise.
Okay, so we are going to be. Okay, we're in sound check.
Is this how loud I'm going to hear it with the thing or no? Is this how loud it's going to be when we're playing or?
No, it's going to be like it was when I switched over to what was on the air. No, I'm just playing back so I can get the balance. Sounds like everything's in balance except the vocals a little bit too out front. So I'm going to turn that down. The trouble with headphones is I hear the vocal as being too far down in the mix, so I always bring the vocal out too loud. But I've got Rob from up front, who's a recording engineer also and some stuff like that, electronic music guy. He's going to come over to the window as soon as we start and give me some signals about stuff.
Cool. Was the piano loud enough? I wasn't sure if the piano was quite loud enough.
Yeah, the piano sounds fine to me, but you know, let's hear it some more. A little bit after 10 o'clock. Today we've got a special treat for you. Flash Gordon's Adventures are here. They're live in the studio, all crammed into our little tiny back room here at WMNF. And so there's so much music here, it's going to burst out of this room if I don't let them go and play a tune right now. So guys, take it away.
Calendar today, saw it been 3 months, 3 whole months since I laid the traps on down. I was feeling good about the fact that they seem to work. Lately I hadn't seen many roaches around. Then I started feeling bad, not because I wiped them out, because it seemed like it was yesterday I laid those traps on down. A friend of mine arrived today. He drove from California. He saw I was a type. He offered a ride back to me. It's not that I'm afraid of Texas, or I wouldn't like to go. It just seems I haven't got the time, so I shook my head no. Then again I was feeling bad, not because I didn't go, because it seemed like it was yesterday I could pack my things and go. Man, does time fly by? Seemed like it was just a week ago. It's a fact I'm getting old. Man, does time fly by? Said to me, you know what day this is? My mind went blank, but not because I couldn't pass the quiz. I've always been good with numbers. This one scared me bad. Think that it'd been 12 whole years when I felt a little sad. Not because I didn't love her, or thought that there's girls I'd miss. It's just that those years flew by so fast, just it was just a month ago. It's a fact I'm getting old. Man, does time fly by? Now, woman, does time fly by? Seemed like it was just a year ago. It's a fact we're both getting old. Woman, does time fly by? Oh, man, does time fly by? Woman, does time fly by?
Yeah, hey, nice tune to start things off with, Flash.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Talk right in your mic, please.
Thanks for having us here today. That is a song, obviously, about getting older and trying to look at the humorous side of getting older.
Yeah.
There's a humorous side to it?
Certainly. Absolutely.
I'm staring at 50. It's not humorous to me.
Well, you're just going to have to get used to it. Hate to say that.
Yeah, it's been scary. I've been invited to a lot of friends of mine's 50th birthday parties lately, although I've got 7 more years to go, but still.
Just a kid, just a kid.
Ooh, a whole lot of people turning 50.
Yeah, it's better than the other way.
Exactly. Exactly.
But before we get too morbid here, tell
Yes.
us a little bit about this new group you got here.
Well, Glenn and I started playing together.
No, you have to introduce Glenn.
Okay, Glenn Smith.
They
who
can't see
played
me out
with-
there on radio line?
with Myriad for a number of years, and I hooked up in December of 2000. And on the march towards putting a band together, we found Glenn Stevenson, who is not with us today, but we wish him and his wife, Linda, well, and he'll be with us Saturday night. But by the way, Glenn came into the picture, and then we decided we needed a percussionist, and I was introduced to Doug Williams, who is a drummer.
All right.
But so far I've yet to see his drum kit. So he plays the congas, and he plays shakers and tambourines, and not a trap kit.
All right.
And then at Tropical Heatwave 2001, there I was in my Heatwave dress, parading around, and I saw Hill Abrams, and I said, "Hill, you play the violin, don't you?"
Yeah.
And Hill said, yeah, what do you got cooking? He says, he's playing in a couple bands, but he says he'd love to do an original thing. So I said, well, rehearsal's Tuesday night, here's the address, and not to be dissuaded by a man in a dress, he was there following night, Tuesday night, for rehearsal, and we just recently added Dave Hewitt to the mix, and Dave is playing the pianos with us today, so that is the group.
All right. Excuse me, I had to go flip switch there. I'm back.
You switch flipper.
All right. Well, do us another tune here now that we've exposed this thing for what it is.
Right. This is a song dedicated to some folks who just can't seem to get it together, including my friend John up in Michigan.
Strongest man in town, can't keep from falling down. He wraps his life round the bottle. He can't get his fill, he drinks and drinks until the world he once knew he's forgotten. Friends they come and go, and brother don't you know, the family's the very first forsaken. He's out on the streets, the world is not so sweet. The sad, cruel turn his life has taken. Once he was a strong man, and now he's not so strong. Once he had money, that didn't last too long. The sweetest girl in town will surely bring you down. She tells you she has found another. She'll explain how she's tried, so many nights she's cried. What you really need is a mother. You've blown it once again, you've lost your last friend. Everyone else is out of favors. You may raise your cup, spit it right back up. Drinking like that has lost its flavor. Once he was a strong man, and now he's not so strong. Once he had money, that didn't last too long. When he is a weak man, walking down this road and he'll be dying, dying, dying. Once he was a strong man, and now he's not so strong. Once he was money, that didn't last too long. When he is a weak man, his day-to-day is rough. I just hope he wakes up, says he's had enough, had enough, had enough, had enough.
Flash Gordon's Adventures. We got one more part of a tune to take us out. Let's remind them of the concert one more time, Flash.
Okay, this Saturday night at Janus Landing, it is Good Things, Bad Things. It's the Good Causes Benefit Concert. We're getting out all the bad things and we're bringing in the good.
All right.
So Saturday night with MOD featuring Jim Beckwith, Willie and Henry. Our group will be second, Flash Gordon's Adventures. And the headliner will be Ghetto Love Sugar. And everybody knows those great groups, so come on out and support two very good causes.
All right. We're going to fade out with a tune here.
Good Things, Bad Things.
Flash Gordon and his adventures.
There are good things coming round the corner. There are good things just around the bend. And the good things are only the beginning of the bad things coming to an end. To an end. The last few years have been tough on me. They've been rough on you. They've been hard on us. The last few years put us to the test. I think we're strong. I think we passed. Oh yeah. There are good things coming around the corner. There are good things just around the bend. And those good things are only the beginning of the bad things coming to an end. To an end. I lost so much that was near to me, that was dear to me, and it's pushed me away. I lost so much that I can't get back, but I still have you, so I'll be content. Oh yeah. There are good things coming round the corner. There are good things just around the bend. And those good things are only the beginning of the bad things coming to an end. To an end. Things are coming round the corner. There are good things just around the bend. And the good things are only the beginning of the bad things coming to an end. To an end. The bad things are coming to an end. Bad things are coming to an end. Them bad things are coming. Them bad things are coming. Them bad things are coming to an end. to an end, to an end, to an end. Them bad things are coming to an end.
Okay, we're going to talk about it. It's at Janus Landing. It's going on August 31st, which is Saturday, if you don't already know that. And doors will open at 7 o'clock. We got MOD there, Ghetto Love Sugar, and Flash Gordon, and his adventures.
Do mention, though, if you could, just that the causes that we are going to be donating proceeds to are very worthy causes. CASA is the Center Against Spouse Abuse, which helps deal with domestic violence victims. I lost my big sister at the hands of her husband 4.5 years ago, and I am very supportive of that cause. And then hospice, unfortunately, came into our lives also when my father was sick 2 years later. So hospice is a great organization, CASA is a great organization, so you need to not only come out and support original live music, but come support two vital organizations that are doing good work here in Tampa Bay. So, and thanks for having us.
Hi, Rob.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How's everything? Looking damper today.
Well, this is just the pre-concert. Then I get to add my special event.
Oh, well.
This is Rob Douglas. He is the proprietor here at Janus Landing.
Good day, Douglas.
Part of our documentary film. Yeah, we're doing a documentary about this event. We're shooting the radio stuff, the promotion stuff. Well, we have our fingers crossed in regards so far so good.
Did the concert take place? Did it go on?
We got rain on last night. It's still been almost 6
That was tolerable and it was not as hot. Big truck coming your way. It doesn't have that.
Hey, Hill, how are you?
Beepy sound. Good. I'm doing great today. Day for a show.
Good day for a show. Let's play some music.
I called her, I sent her an email because I said, I thought it was possible. It's not just a women's issue, it's a women's issue, right? And she investigates, she nastigates, she said, if anyone had heard Flash's adventures on Bill Dunley's live music show, the great band they are, how powerful the message is. It's like,
That's what the stage looks like before the show. Smile, it's not gonna rain. Downtown St. Pete, a desert before the storm. Don't know if you can pick up on that, but it's starting to get pretty windy. The clouds are getting dark.
A documentary?
Yeah, starting to piss rain right on stage, and it's 20 minutes past 6. Doors open at 7. Okay. Okay, we've got some mod warming up. Joe's sending the rain away. What benefits on?
Not you, no. Well, I can send you the monitors. I barely able to do it.
All right, you guys hear me? There's a bass player in your band, right?
Yeah, but he had to go. He'll be back.
Oh, he had to go. Okay, so let's play the acoustic guitar.
How many power yet?
The power's right behind you. It's all plugged in. It's all.
Not working, man.
He's our little groupie tonight. Hopefully.
XLR unplugged.
Damn. I'm glad that cover was on. Joe, your little dance worked. The rain stopped.
All right, can I get the violin?
Try to zoom in inconspicuously. Oops. Cutting off the head is not a good thing.
So the dog's going to play? Percussion.
Can't really see him there behind yet, but the sound's coming out. So.
All right, stage right vocal.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Need more? No, we're good.
Sing us a song.
Sing us a song, Hill, sing us a song. Sing us a song to make the rain go away. Sing us a song, sing it all day. Make that lightning stop flashing. All right, we're not working on monitors right yet.
Yeah, I'm just checking
okay.
the line.
All right, so how you feel about that big sound? How you feel about...
Stage left vocal.
1, 2, check, testing 1, 2.
That's it, we're good. That's all the lines, except for the acoustic. Let it get the acoustic here. There we are.
Hold up, hold up. All right, go ahead.
Whole lot of loving going on. Pretty girl is first in line for waiting her turn. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to get you excited, Flash. Actually, I think she's waiting for her date or something. Because there's no waiting line yet. But there are more souls than there were this afternoon.
Well, it's 6 o'clock, so it's 7:30. It's 30 minutes till the show starts. So far, we don't have but a few people. Hopefully, the situation will change pretty soon. And we'll try and make this a success. Cross our fingers for the next 30 minutes. Sky.
Well, can't really see anything because we can't either. So it's got to be good.
Don't be worried. Nice to meet you. This is Marcy. This is Class. We didn't know because it was pouring rain, and so it opened up, and I said, uh-oh. So we went out.
This gentleman just made a donation to cars.
Super.
He also purchased a CD, so we'll have to figure that out.
The keys, the proof that I am key holder for the night. Oh, these are our friends for the charity. Ah.
a documentary also.
The making of the making of this benefit show. So.
Not at all.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Dan. Nice to meet you.
Flash heading up on stage. Okay. 7:54. It's almost showtime. All sorts of people coming in now. Good, good, good. Hello. So I think I'll be plugged in and on stage next time I'll start shooting. Okay, I missed Flash's speech because I wasn't ready and he didn't give me any time. This is Mom.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mod.
Little area where they're selling the albums. And he's picking up money for charities and shit stuff.
And hospice. Let's hear it from Mod. They put on a great set. Over the Adventures. We'll do a few songs for you, and we get a waltzer to the end.
The last little pan is waiting for the man. The man who does the dishes at the diner. He works all night and he knows it's alright. In fact, to him there is nothing finer. The cook, she smiles over in his direction, causing him to drop a plate. Scrambles to save that very last teacup, realizing it's way too late. Wash the dishes and the silver, wash the pots and the pans. Don't think about the world outside. There's a whole lot of food that's thrown away, but it really doesn't matter tonight. He's got soap in the cut, but it won't slow him down. He's on a mission from Mom. He thinks to himself she'd be proud of him because he's got the cleanest plates in town. The radio plays his favorite song and it puts him into a trance. He's feeding that dishwasher totally blind. He's doing the dishwasher dance. Wash the dishes and the silver, wash the pots and the pans. Don't think about the world outside. There's a whole lot of food that's thrown away, but it really doesn't matter tonight. It's 2 in the morning, those tables are clear. There's more dishes to wash. 4 more hours, he'll be home asleep, because that's all there is to his life. The last little pan is waiting for the man who does the dishes at the diner. He works all night and he knows it's alright. In fact, to him there is nothing finer. Wash the dishes and the silver, wash the pots and the pans. Don't think about the world outside. There's a whole lot of food that's thrown away, but it really doesn't matter tonight. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter tonight. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, yeah.
That dishwasher can keep on washing them dishes all night.
Did you turn my guitar down? My guitar's gone.
This one's for my daddy. The guitar is gone.
I'm making a copy for you.
Ask him. Should ask him. He should went, Mom,
We have 2 more songs. Ghetto Love Sugars up next. Thanks again for coming out. The few, the proud, the ones with hearts, the ones not afraid of the rain.
Night is still on, though it's the middle of the day. The same 10 cars cruise the same main drag, but it doesn't make me feel safe. The air is so gray, it feels pretty thick, like something's gonna happen. Everyone's talking about riots in the streets, but it feels more like a war.
Everybody's talking about the side of town. You think those barriers long come down. Everybody's talking about the side of town. The side of town.
Gray clouds are gone, the light is still on. It's a little later in the day. More from the sun, and there's nowhere to run, turning your white skin brown. Before it turns brown, it's going to be red. Think of all those innocent people that lost everything that they rightfully own because someone else is more determined. When you got it made, why you wanna tear the whole tree down when there is no shade? How you gonna stay out of the sun? How you gonna stay out of the sun?
Everybody's staying on this side of town. You think those barriers are long come down. Everybody's staying on the side of town. This side of town.
All kinds of people get equally burned, whether it's the sun or someone. Those promises of a better life do not always come true. Sunscreen might help to protect you, at least for a while, but wears off. You've got to consider your future if it means disregarding your past. When you've got it made, why you wanna tear all the roots out when there is no shade? Where is your history? When you've got it made, why you wanna tear that whole tree down when there is no shade? How you gonna stay out of the sun? How you gonna stay out of the sun? How you gonna not get burned? How you gonna stay out of the sun?
The magic hands of Greg Williams on the percussion. This is the last tune. It's called Good Things, Bad Things. And, well, I'm not even gonna stop. Get our love shit is up next. There it is. The grand effort by all three bands. We got a saxophone, splash on the vocals, and spoken word, man.
Sorry, my budget for cameraman just really went out the window.
That's, told you I didn't want money anyway, so.
Thank goodness.
Doing this for the experience.
Huh?
Doing this for the experience. And I had a whole lot of fun, by the way. It's the first time I ever was on stage.
Is it still full?
Oh, really? No, it's fine now.
What was it?
Huh?
Are you filming?
I was on memory. Yes, I'm filming now.
I told you, you must have been on memory.
Exactly, I was.
Silly boy. This is our cameraman, folks. This is why the whole event failed. The cameraman's a rookie.
Okay, he's not getting
nothing
paid.
to do with the concert promoter.
Even when she's sleeping, that girl can make me smile. I must really love her. I'm going to make her smile tonight. Baby's coming home tonight. Baby's coming home tonight. My baby's coming home.
Warm it up.
I can do it right now.
Oh, wow. That foot is fucked up. Well, the month of August is over. The rockumentary is coming to conclusion, and basically we'll do a little grand finale here with David Bowie playing in the background, talking about the event, the Good Causes Benefit Concert that was held Saturday night. And the fact is, if we're going to conclude something, then we should come up with a moral to a story, right? Well, the moral to the story is you cannot control Mother Nature. And the moral to the story, I believe, is that the curse on my family is not over. Thought for certain it was maybe only a 4-year curse, and it looks like it's a 5-year curse. So all I can tell you is everything that could go wrong went wrong. It's a beautiful day Saturday, up until about 6 p.m. And at about 6 p.m. there was a storm from the east that came and met a storm from the west, and it basically didn't just rain for an hour and 45 minutes, it looked like a frickin' hurricane. Of the 82 people that showed up, when I needed 400 to break even, they told me that as they got on their respectable freeways, wherever they were coming from, Tampa or North County, it looked like tornadoes in downtown St. Pete. But thank goodness at least those few people made it to the event. My hopes were to do something good. And the bottom line is, I didn't do anybody any good. The cameraman, the sound man, the 2 bands other than mine, they all got paid for their time, as did the proprietor of the venue. But basically, to be donating $82 to hospice and $82 to CASA, I don't consider my event to be a success. So it's unfortunate that the planning stages, the promotion, the whole hard work period that I put into it, which started way back about 4 weeks ago, culminates in an event that nobody showed up to because of Mother Nature. So in my opinion, other than a me here, there is no good in the world. And then Joe Karen, of course. I've just been beaten down too many times, so possibly I'll learn something from this experiment, like one of the new songs I've written called Live and Learn, or Crash and Burn, because certainly Saturday night I crashed and burned. So the rockumentary is coming to a conclusion. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the other side, okay? All right. Okay, so the new me. Have I learned anything since a month ago? Well, I've learned that my hair will grow back, hopefully, so that I can get it cut again. Come to see me here at Hair Shadows in Dunedin, Florida. And hopefully I've learned my lesson about trying to bite off more than I can chew. So the moral to the story is no longer that there's no good in the world, it's just that I can't afford it. That's the point. Okay, thanks for watching this documentary called The Good Causes. From NPR News, perfect timing. Alright, let's see if we learned anything. As I try and put a conclusion to the documentary film that you just watched, I want to kind of recap of what's gone on in the last 3 weeks. I tried to organize a concert, a live music event featuring original local bands, including my group, in memory of my big sister Heather and my father, and trying to raise funds and awareness for 2 organizations, CASA, which is the Center Against Spouse Abuse, and Hospice, which is the organization that helps cancer victims and terminally ill patients die in their own homes with dignity. But the heavens opened up about 6 p.m. on Saturday night, and it rained. It looks like we're out of tape.